Sneaky. Foil cover. Oh, the original ones. That's just. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about. That's the one like with the.
The thumbnail. You're hitting me with the box.
I think the one you're talking about is the one with the bullseye, I think, and then like the angel, the angel of death holding Wolverine. I think.
Oh, carrying him.
Yeah, I think those are the original covers, right?
I think so.
Something like that.
Okay. All right, so we got the chat going over here. This is kind of the main purpose. I didn't want to ignore the chat this time around like I did the last time.
Oh yeah, last couple of times, David.
It was an accident.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
I know which one you're talking about.
All
Man.
right.
I wish I had them. I think I have one, and I don't remember which one. Who is that? Deadpool. What's up, Deadpool?
Ready? Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Botsquad podcast. This is number 90.
90. I was right.
90.
I was right.
So thank you guys so much for joining in on YouTube and on Instagram Live. We really appreciate it. We have a good show for you guys today. But first, what are we drinking today, man?
Okay, for maybe the last time.
It's big YouTube conspiracy.
This conspiracy comes brought to you by Live Oak Oktoberfest. White Oaks?
White Oak? No, Live Oaks.
Live Oaks, you can
Live
kiss
Oaks.
my ass.
That's one, John.
Oh yeah. That's another thing. We gotta
Mm-hmm.
on the El Cussing. But anyways,
Cussing.
yeah. But here we go. This is an Oktoberfest made by Live Oaks. I've never had this. I don't know why.
It's brewed in Austin.
In Austin, yeah.
Yeah.
5.8 alcohol level.
That's pretty good.
I don't know. A little bitty box caught my attention. I don't know why, but it did. But and then apparently David had the same brewing company, a Hefeweizen version, and it was good, man.
This is good. It has like a little banana aftertaste to it. Reaching a lot of subscribers and followers. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much.
Yes,
really
yes.
appreciate it.
So while David's chugging that last one, David.
I can't.
Okay. Okay, I'll finish mine, David. I'm gonna go ahead and crack open this new one and let you guys know how our butt feels.
So, okay, so this one, the Hefeweizen one is 5.3.
Is it?
And this one,
5.8.
the Oktoberfest one is 5.8. That's
Basically
pretty good.
6.
Yeah,
Six.
something around the same, same area.
Salud.
Anyway, but
Right. And what do they say in Germany, David?
What?
Faust.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Was it in Germany?
Yeah, the last time we had a German person joining us.
I mean,
Faust.
you don't open it.
Okay, let me try this one then. Right?
Okay.
Faust.
Faust.
With two different.
Bluray
Oh.
Dan.
Yes.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, this is good. I like this.
It's really good.
Yes. Yes.
That's like I'm just gonna make you a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Man. Like seriously, I'm just gonna make you a T-shirt.
It's gonna be
Yes.
it's gonna be a T-shirt of you like this, and it's gonna say yes.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining. Like I said, we got a lot of stuff to look at today. First off, before we really get into everything, I wanted to talk a little bit about wrestling. We don't talk about wrestling very much. Okay. There's a pay-per-view that's happening tomorrow, the TLC 2017, and it came out that there was a couple of big matches happening. There was like a 3-on-5 match with the Shield, which is Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins versus a whole bunch of other guys. I can't remember all their names.
Yeah.
And then there was another one with Finn Balor, which you know Finn Balor. He's the one that painted himself like Venom and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. Do you know who Bray Wyatt is?
No.
He's a bigger, heavyset guy, and he's like the creepy guy doing all these like, he's in the dark all the time, almost like a new version of Mankind. Also, yeah. Undertaker, Mankind, that
like
kind of
cousin of Mankind. And Undertaker.
Apparently for the last couple of days, they were kind of hyping up this match.
Yeah.
With Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt, and they were doing these little vignettes, these little videos, where he was like just coming across through the video screen. He wasn't really there physically. And he was like, messing with him mentally and all this stuff. And he was supposed to. There's a storyline where he was supposed to be his like sister Abigail, like coming back from the dead, and he was like transforming into her, kind of thing.
Norman Bates.
Yeah, kind of weird like that. And this was going on for like weeks and weeks and weeks, right? Well, turns out there was this outbreak, a viral outbreak within the locker room.
What? And
they had to change everything last minute. Like this was a big storyline match. This was like the final, I guess, encounter with them leading up to whatever was getting pushed.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's like we had to change everything, and it was like, why? Because it was viral meningitis. There was a meningitis outbreak. And
what was that got to do with any of the wrestling? Or?
Well, it's very highly contagious.
Okay.
So one person got sick, and then Bray Wyatt, they put Bray Wyatt aside because they're like, well, he could have it. His brother had it, which his brother's another wrestler named Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
His brother had it. They took him aside, and then Bray Wyatt's girlfriend, which she's an announcer.
She had to.
She's an announcer. They kept her home because they're like, well, you could have it. Yeah. You don't know.
Stay away.
And then to top it off, they took Roman Reigns off the road, off the show.
I think I know where you're getting at.
Because he possibly had it too. So they sent them all to go get tested.
Yeah.
And they replaced
Roman.
They replaced Bray Wyatt with AJ Styles.
Yeah.
So AJ Styles versus Finn Balor.
Uh-huh.
But it's like there's no connection. There's no storyline build up there. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And then they replaced Roman Reigns with Kurt Angle.
Okay.
Which Kurt Angle has been lobbying to get back to wrestle since he came back to the WWE. He's like, yeah, I want to wrestle, but they're not letting me because he's broken his neck like 3 different times.
Yeah.
So he's a liability, right? As you can tell, I'm into wrestling still. So he's a liability, and it was one of those instances where I was like, man, look, I want Kurt Angle to wrestle again. I really do. He's an awesome performer. Awesome wrestler, but not like this. I would have rather have seen him get into like a storyline with somebody and then it builds up to a match.
Yeah.
As opposed to just like, I'm replacing somebody. This is my comeback. You know.
But it doesn't seem to bother him.
No, it doesn't. Because he's been wanting to.
The only way I know about this, Jay told me.
Oh really?
Kurt Angle's going back to wrestling. He is.
Well, it was a big breaking news thing.
But I mean, think about it, dude. I mean, like David says, the dude broke his neck a couple times. I mean, Taz, how many times did Taz break his neck? Once, right?
Once, and that's it. He retired. He did commentary.
No. Remember there was like one like SummerSlam he came out.
Oh yeah.
They threw him out.
Yeah, because that's all he was able to do.
That's all they could do.
Or they let him do.
He came out, boom, 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 right? Yeah, and everybody was. Some people were like, "What is that?" And then the real fans were like, "Oh!" And he comes out. Everybody wants to see him fight, and then he goes over there.
They toss him over the rope. That's it.
You know,
I guess that's the safest way to do it. I'm sure that they're going to protect Kurt Angle a lot in that match, just in case.
Yeah. Like no chair shots to the head.
Yeah, stuff like that, obviously. But Kurt Angle, whenever he goes. Like, he goes 110%.
He does, man.
And that's kind of the exciting thing that I'm, like, looking forward to. I'm like, man, I can't wait to see it. But at the same time, I'm like, I feel kind of cheated out of everything. You know what I mean? Because
that whole hype.
Really, I really think that it should have been a better comeback for him. Not just like, we have no other way. You're going in. You know what I mean?
You ready?
Yeah.
Put me in, coach.
Basically, that's basically what it was.
Can we talk about some creepy wrestling news?
Sure.
Yeah? Okay, because I heard this on the radio and it blew my mind.
Oh, Lord. What?
The whole Marty Jannetty thing?
No, what happened? Your face.
Okay.
What happened with Marty Jannetty?
Does anybody know who Marty Jannetty is? Let's wait for all the yeses. Oh, okay, you do. Okay, or you don't. So, Marty Jannetty was a tag team wrestler with a well-known other wrestler named
Shawn Michaels.
Okay, Shawn Michaels went on. Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty back then used to be in a tag team wrestling duo that were called the Rockers.
Yes.
Los Rockeros. And
fun fact, I almost became El Rockero.
Yeah.
One time that I almost got into wrestling. So.
And So, Marty Jannetty, after Sean, split from Marty Jannetty, went on his own way, whatever. Marty Jannetty's, career kind of just petered down and everything. Marty Jannetty, a couple years ago, recently found out that he had a daughter, okay? And his daughter,
Really?
yeah. So, he's older man. His daughter, she's an older woman. For about 5 years, he thought that was his daughter, okay? And sure enough, 5 years go by, whatever, and they did a blood work test and they found out it wasn't his daughter. Yeah. And then
He's trying to go after his riches.
No. Like that night he tweeted out and
Sorry.
he well, somebody's going after something.
Yeah,
because later on that night he tweeted, isn't it? He goes, well, since she's not my daughter, is it weird that if it's cool if I date her now? And
what?
Yes, apparently she's had a thought about it, and so he did too. When they found out they weren't family, he's like, he told his fans on Twitter, what do y'all think? Should I be going out with that? That's what it was. That was the question. And then
no,
I mean, think about it. It's not your daughter.
I know, but still,
for
it's just
5
weird.
years
You thought it was.
You had those daughter feelings. So
no,
isn't that weird?
No,
I heard this on the radio and I was like, I'm waiting for my phone to blow up. And I was waiting for David to call me, and David never called me. I was like, okay,
no,
I'm bringing this shit up.
No,
on the Botsquad podcast. But anyways,
no.
So what do you think, David?
I just gave you my no.
What is this?
He said he has a Spider-Man Homecoming steelbook coming. Okay, cool.
She got me one.
Really?
She got me one.
Right on, dude.
Yeah,
those are starting to get hard to find.
When I hung up with you, I called her. I said, pre-order it because she had the day off, and she did it for me.
All right.
I was like,
yeah, what the fuck? Send that man to jail. Well, he's not really committing a crime.
No, he isn't.
Typically, but it's just gross and weird.
It is
weird.
It's got to be. I mean, because for 5 years, man, you had that father thing mentality over who you thought was your daughter.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you want to.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
That's where it's going to, you know? Weird.
Very odd. Very, very. That's Marty Jannetty for you, though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But that's why everybody that in a tag team, that's the weaker tag team guy, is always referred to as the Marty Jannetty of the tag
That's
team.
why his ass got thrown through a window at Brutus's.
As number 3. Man, it's very, very weird. Chewy over here was saying that he wanted a Sting versus Undertaker match. Yeah, so did I.
Ooh, they were thinking about bringing Undertaker back again?
They were thinking about it, but Undertaker's that dude can barely walk now. He had hip replacement surgery and all this other stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Sting his back is all messed up. I think his back or his neck.
He had full face replacement surgery.
He doesn't even look like he's Sting.
No, they dug up Brandon Lee's crow face and then they put it on him and he's like, no, I can look like this all the time.
Yeah. Over here on YouTube, Molly Bauer says, I made it, guys. Hey, we're glad to have you. Thank you so much for joining.
Bauer. What is that name, Bauer? What does it ring?
It's a movie movie character. I can't remember who.
Recently, movie came out. Recently, we want to go see it. Not together, but we saw it.
It?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right. The crazy one, right?
Yeah, it was.
What's up, girl?
Right? All right. So, I don't know. One of the first things that we're going to be talking about today, we're going to get into the show. Officially into the show.
Officially?
Yeah, officially. Well, this was kind of unofficial, I guess, because it was just, we were talking about wrestling.
Shooting the
stuff.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to start off with the New Mutants. This trailer literally came out at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
About a week ago. Something like that.
Yeah.
They advertised it and they said something new is coming, something to fear, or something like that. And at 12:01 a.m. PST.
I didn't believe it.
So PST means, it's Pacific Standard Time.
Depression.
No. That's PTSD. So that meant here in Texas, Central Time, it was 2 o'clock in the morning.
Damn.
I didn't wait till 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, all right.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, all right.
I was like, you know what? I was watching when I first
swear to God, for any reason, if I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I text him,
usually,
he would have answered.
Usually, I will say,
hey man, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Usually, yes, I am up at like 2 o'clock in the morning working on stuff all the time. In this case, I wasn't. But first thing, right when I woke up, I wanted to see the trailer. Hey, Rec, what up, man? Shout out to High Def Ninja. They're awesome site.
Hey, what's up?
But yeah, so the New Mutants.
What up?
I was, okay. If you guys don't know what the New Mutants are, they were basically a team of superheroes that were like, okay. Do you remember Generation X?
Yeah.
Small team, teen mutants that just kind of came together. They were learning the ropes. They're students of the school, of the Xavier School.
Yeah.
And they, when in that time when they first came out, they were more focused on, the X-Men were more focused on just adventure and big stories.
Adventure.
The New Mutants were more focused on like drama within the school with each other. It was like a soap opera or like something on the CW.
The novellas,
basically. So I was excited. I've loved the New Mutants forever because they in turn turned into X-Force.
Yeah.
After a while.
Yeah.
And Cable led them and all that stuff. But I heard that the New Mutants movie was coming out. The trailer came out. Saw the trailer. Was very surprised, very taken aback by it because it wasn't what I expected.
Yeah.
It was very dark. Reminded me a lot of like American Horror Story.
Really? I didn't get to watch it.
Oh, you haven't watched it? You have to watch it.
I didn't think it was real. That's why.
No, it's totally real.
Because the thing I saw was the X-Men horror or something, and I was like, what? And then I watched the trailer. I was like, this is stupid, And well, what I was doing is I was comparing what I read to what I saw.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is dumb. And then I was like, I'll watch it, just not right now. And then,
well, it turned out to be something, again, I did not expect. I watched the whole trailer. I was a little confused by it the first time I saw it, so that's why I was like, okay.
It's got me.
And then I watched it again, and I kind of watched it for what it was, and I was like, okay, wow, this is interesting, because they're taking a horror approach to a superhero movie. And it's within, like, this asylum type of place. They're capturing a bunch of young mutants.
Okay.
And they're doing a bunch of tests to them, basically like you would in an insane asylum back in the day.
Yeah.
Shock therapy, and I guess showing them all sorts of things at force.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But
against their will.
There's this one part where one of the younger mutants is one of the New Mutants.
Oh.
is in a bathroom, and she's like kind of going crazy, and she's holding her head, and the walls like start like in Freddy, Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one, where he's pushing through the wall and you see his face and hands. There was a bunch of faces, a bunch of hands pushing in on both ends.
God dang.
Looks super, super cool, man. Sunspot is gonna be in there.
Really?
Wolfsbane, Cannonball.
Cannonball?
Magic, I believe, is going to be in there, which is Colossus' sister. Karma, I believe, is going to be in there. Iliana. But yeah, man, it was literally, after I watched it the second time, I was like, wow, I'm in. Fox is doing something with their superhero movies, their X-Men movies, that I feel like initially, they're kind of like hit and miss with some of them.
This is a hit.
But I think this is a hit. Just like with Deadpool. Deadpool was something they never did before.
Yeah.
Where it was like comedy and action and breaking the fourth wall and all that stuff. And that blew everything out of the water. Yeah. Even X-Men Apocalypse made more money than that.
Finally.
And I think the New Mutants is going to be one of those where it's like, wow, okay.
Man, well,
this is going to be a new genre.
Who is this Rec guy that was
Yeah, from High Def Ninja.
Because he was just saying right now that he likes where it's going and everything. Come on, man. It's like if more than one person is telling you, then you gotta at least take a peek at it.
Yeah, no, for real.
Now I wouldn't mind taking a look at it and stuff like that.
Man, I seriously think that's gonna be one of those genre defining films. because we've never had a superhero horror film before.
And it's a movie, or
it's a movie. It's a straight up movie theaters. It's coming out April of next year.
Oh no way! I thought it was coming out like on Fox, like on like 3 episodes or something.
No, it's a movie.
Holy shit!
It's gonna be so good, dude. I'm telling you. And my thing, I guess, with it, my hesitation about it anyway, is that yes, this is gonna be a horror superhero movie. Where are they gonna go from here, though?
Yeah.
I don't know if they can continue it being a horror movie. Maybe if they do another genre after that with the same cast, same one. I don't know. But this one has me really excited.
Yeah.
Because it's brand new, something really out of the box that I wouldn't expect.
I didn't even hear anything about you. I didn't hear anything about you from it.
I see. I didn't even really. I knew that they were making it, that it was coming out. I didn't realize that they were filming it, that it was already done pretty much.
Done, yeah.
And then when the trailer dropped, I was like, "Whoa, hold on, you know?
Wait a minute.
Hold up, wait a minute." Yeah, but it looks really cool, man. I'm really hyped for it. It looks awesome. So do you think that this could happen down the road with like another X-Men movie, like a regular X-Men movie?
Heck yeah.
You know, because the X-Men have gone down the route of darker stories before, with like the Extinction Agenda and like Fall of the Mutants back in the day and stuff like that. I mean, you think that would be a good way to continue?
What if what if they use this opportunity, if this works out, if they were to use another story and then do the X-Force thing and then combine X-Force with Deadpool?
That's cool though.
You know?
I think that's gonna be happening. I know that for sure that one of the next movies is gonna be an X-Force movie.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Now, I don't know if the New Mutants are going to be combined into that, you know, later on, or what.
If y'all make the next X-Force movie, you need like a Latino heritage to play Warpath, and preferably
like.
I mean, you know, I'm dark, David. It's because I'm dark.
Warpath and Thunderbird.
Hey. Okay, that's cool.
Is it will be
Did we miss a little bit of it?
This New Mutants will be a horror. Yes, maybe we can get a decent Fantastic Four movie later.
Is that true? Are they doing something new?
I don't know. There's a lot of speculation. There's 2 dates that Marvel Studios has, like, just blank, like untitled movies.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody speculates whenever there's an untitled, you know, Marvel movie that it could be Fantastic Four. I mean, maybe they've been working on it. And then I don't know.
I heard
it's always rumor speculation
that they were playing nice with Fantastic Four and Marvel.
Well, see, that's happened. The reports have happened. Rumors have happened that come out that they've been, I guess, talking like 2 different times before, and it was like, no, it's not real. We're not doing that. So
come on.
I don't know. I mean, but look what happened with Spider-Man. That was a complete surprise.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't even know that was going to happen until that whole Sony leak. You know, where the emails came out.
And then there was other things about Wolverine. Making an appearance in the Civil War. Yep. You know? Oh my God, man. You know how cool and how amped up that would be just for him to show up and in the suit?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
In the suit.
Like that. Hey, Slowdens is here on YouTube. It says in 3 days there will be a 2D platformer coming out game called The Mummy Demastered. It's based on the new movie, but this looks awesome. It will be $19.99. The platformers and stuff like that, they're nice. I guess they're cool games. I don't know about paying $20 for a platformer that's based on a movie that wasn't really super great, but I'll check it out. Luis Hernandez here says, good to see you fellas streaming again. Ready for that game tonight? Go Stros.
Yes. Did you watch last night's game?
Yes, I did.
Did you? Man, dude. Okay, look. I get into it. Like, I got into it with my sister. I got into it with somebody else because people are like, you bandwagoners. Okay.
Okay, you can't say well, I guess in a certain extent.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a fan of all Houston teams here. I'm not, like, an avid watcher.
No.
You know, but I'm going to be honest and say, like, yeah, I don't watch games that much, but of course I'm going to support my hometown team.
I used to watch the hell out of baseball.
I love basketball.
Baseball got to me. It got to me, man. Like, my anger. I ended up, what I did was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm not gonna watch it. A lot of times too is I felt like when I watched it, they lost, so I stopped watching because of that.
I'm just gonna watch it because they're gonna lose.
When is it?
Just slowly just start.
Yeah. And so another thing too is like football, baseball, football. If they lose, I'm like, man, you know what? It's cool. It wasn't a playoff game. You know, it wasn't something that helped them get the playoff. But like every game counts in
right
baseball.
Here. This is down to the wire though.
Jesus Christ! You should have seen me last night. I was like, oh my God, that was a ball. And my kids are looking at me like, Jesus, Dad. And I'm like, this is why I don't watch baseball no more. Like, you don't understand this,
Like, Jesus, Dad.
Yeah. I was like, okay. And I told them, I was like, this is why I don't talk about baseball or anything. Beginning of the season sucks. The middle of the season starts to get a little bit okay. At the end of the season, it starts getting really, really good.
That dude, Rec, he's from Houston originally.
Oh, really?
He doesn't live in Houston anymore, but he supports all Houston teams as
man,
well.
I lost my little sister to the Yankees, man. She married a Yank, and now she's Puerto Rican. She's not.
Just because she married one doesn't make her a Puerto Rican.
Yeah, dude, because she listens to that music, and she's Puerto Rican now, man. I lost her.
She listens to Daddy Yankee.
Okay, yeah, whatever. But like we went to Astros games when the Astros and the Yankees play, and she's wore Yankees colors, man. It hurts.
Oh
my little sister. Oh,
it hurt my chest. So Luis Hernandez said it's hard to watch over 100 baseball games in the season. Too much.
Yes. And they cut it down. It used to be like 168 games or something, 138 or something. They cut it down to like 116.
Right here, Rex said, watch and support Texans and Rockets 24/7, 365, though, even if they suck. That's true. Mm-hmm. You got to support them no matter what.
And see, my sister was like, oh, the bandwagons and everything. And I'm like, why would you go support a team that's losing? Like nobody wants to root for a losing ass team, So come on, your team's winning now. And especially at a time like this, with what we went through and everything, this is bringing everybody together.
Actually, yeah, it's very true.
And my uncle,
it's getting everybody all hyped.
My uncle Gilbert goes, this just goes to show you that how a winning person can find something to whine about. It's like, yeah, it's true, but I mean, come on, you're winning. Why would you bicker about something? Just let it go.
I've been watching the news the past couple of days here in town, and man, I mean, they got people,
that's a Sprite.
They got people, getting interviewed, by the news stations. Oh, how do you think about the Astros and all this stuff? And you just see hands going like this in the middle, and then people's like, "No, sir, no, sir."
Really? Yeah. What's up with that? What? Somebody at one point in time in New York was like, hey, and then they do that now.
Yeah.
I think something's good's gonna happen tonight because the crowd yesterday, and
the way I look at it, win or lose, I feel like it's gonna be a great game.
Yeah, of course,
it's gonna be a great game.
It's Game 7.
Because a lot's at stake at this
Hell
point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Game 7. Game 7.
Yeah.
Right, David? 7.
And it's funny because we don't talk about sports on the podcast very much.
We have before in the past, like the Super Bowl and stuff like that.
At one time.
But like
basically, I was interviewing him about the Super Bowl.
He did. I watched every minute of it. But I mean, this is the Astros. Did you see Craig Biggio last night on TV?
No, I didn't.
That was so cool. Yes, one of the killer bees, man.
See, that right there was a time that I was like, wow, baseball is like.
And I truly believe a team being out of their element really does hurt them, man. When the Astros were in New York, they were dumb. They got dumb. I even told my daughter, I said, watch. I go, I don't know what it is about the Yankees. I go, but they pull things out of their butt. It's weird. It's ridiculous. These miracle things, like the Patriots, man. It's ridiculous. I hate them. And
tell me how you really feel, John.
You don't want to hear it. We won't be on YouTube no more if you want to hear it.
Rec here on Instagram says, we gotta win. I'm gonna be so butthurt if we lose, and the city needs this.
Where does he live? Where does he live now?
I don't know. I can't remember.
You know what? It was a girl I grew up with. She lives in New York now. She married a Yank and everything, and she put a picture out on Instagram.
Oh, Biggio says Biggio goes to his dad's church. Class act.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
cool. And she put a picture on Instagram, and she's sitting there with her Astros gear, and there's so many Yankees, her husband, and all these Yankee fans all around her, and I'm like, that's so cool, because she's, you know, how brave you got to be, you know?
Oh yeah,
to rock
standing
that.
proud and
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, man, I'm totally, you know, again, 100% positive that, again, win or lose, I hope we win.
Oh my god,
I hope we win. But win or lose, I think it's gonna be an exciting game, dude. It's gonna be one of those games where you're like pulling the armrest off your chair.
I think we got this. I think we got this.
I think so too.
I think we got this.
I think so too. I'm crossing my fingers.
Jesus Christ, the bats came alive yesterday, man. It was so.
Molly Bauer says, "Let's go, number 27, Jose Altuve."
Hell yeah.
He was in the rookie league in Greenville, Tennessee, and now plays for the Houston Astros. So yeah, a lot of Astros fans are coming out on the podcast right now.
Thank you guys, man. This is awesome.
That's awesome.
Hey, hold on. Because Chewy's from the South. Chewy.
Hey, Chewy said,
please
Texan
don't.
pride.
Okay, but
Texas pride all day.
Texas Rangers. What does that mean? Come on now,
Chewy, you got to side with us on this one.
You got some time right now to just let everybody know right now who you repping.
Who you repping? We're giving you a chance. Moment of silence for Chewy. Come on.
Oh my God. Chewy.
Okay, so we're gonna go and continue with the podcast. All right. So next up, we're gonna be talking about Astros. No, we're not gonna be talking about Astros. He said Astros.
All right, he's going with the Stros. All right, cool.
But next up, we're gonna be talking about the Russo brothers possibly leaving the MCU after Avengers 4. Now, this is a thing that I kind of saw coming, just because these guys have been the directors, you know, in the MCU for since Avengers. I'm not Avengers, but Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which, again, was one of my favorite Captain America movies. Man. I thought that just changed. It flipped the script on everything. And the funny thing is that they came from a TV background, like directing episodes of Community and Arrested Development, which is they're comedy sitcom. You know, they're like comedy shows.
Yeah.
And then they come in and like change the game for the MCU. So it's crazy. But there's something, I guess, like a rumor going around that after Avengers 4 they're going to be hightailing it out of the MCU, just because, I mean, they worked on Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
They've already done so much.
Civil War, which was a big task to bring in so many heroes into one movie. And then also Avengers 3 and 4 back to back, which again bringing everybody in the MCU into these two, everybody into the MCU into two movies, you know, and being able to kind of bob and weave through the story.
Hold on, let me ask you something, David.
Yes, sir.
If you were that guy in that position right there, would you do that?
No,
I
wouldn't complain. It would be a lot of work. I'd be tired. I'd probably complain a lot.
But
I wouldn't. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't complain. I'd probably complain at me being tired. Yeah. You know, and things like that. And it's a fantasy. It's a dream job. It's a fantasy job.
Exactly.
You know?
So okay, it's the American way, right?
Yep.
Everybody's gonna be tired. Doesn't matter what you do. If you sell shoes, you sell. I don't know, metal, anything, you're gonna be tired, but
it's one of those things that where if you're really in tune with what you're doing and you look at it as like, wow, I'm here doing this, you know, then, and you're in that grind, you got to grind all the way. You know, you're gonna complain, you're gonna be tired, you're gonna, you know, do this and that, but you got to look at it as, you know, okay, I'm never gonna get this chance again.
Ooh,
you know,
I thought about that.
I feel like I'm never gonna get this chance again. Yeah. Imagine, and Chewy says, imagine if they move to DC. It's quite possible. It's definitely possible. Look at what Joss Whedon did.
Oh, this is what gets on my nerves.
This was grinding his gears right now.
Grinding my gears right now. Like Leo's moving into Donnie. And it's like, this is what's getting on my nerves. Is that, like, you know, for these two guys to go, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm tired of doing comics and everything. I'm gonna go do something else. Well, and all of a sudden, we're doing DC. It's the same thing.
Well, and the thing is that this may possibly not be like a thing of being tired of doing this type of film. It may be just like, I need a break. I need to do
comics to go move on and do more comics.
I need to do something smaller. Like when well, no, for real, because when Joss Whedon, after he did the first Avengers movie, which is his biggest movie to date that he's ever done, he was like, man, I need a reset. So he went and did a small little independent, low budget movie.
Well, then do that shit on your own time. Stay with MCU. Damn.
I'm sure they're gonna be kept on as like executive producers, which usually they keep a lot of people on.
Yeah.
Joss Whedon was an executive producer throughout like phase 1 of the MCU movies.
Yeah.
But I think now James Gunn has fallen into that spot where he's like the overseer of all the movies now.
Yeah.
Because his Guardians of the Galaxy was so successful that he's kind of like almost like I don't want to say Godfather, but you know, he's the watcher. Of these movies?
Did you see like James Gunn had a pop that came out recently?
That's very hard to find.
That thing, that thing was like flipping hard to find. Yeah. You know, I'm finding new words.
It's flipping hard to find. It's good though.
Yeah, it is expensive.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Ridiculous expensive.
And a lot of people were very mad about that. But I feel like, okay, with the Russos possibly leaving, I think James Gunn is going to fall into their role where, okay, he's going to be the big director that is not going to just do, like, Guardians 3 will be, he already said that Guardians 3 was going to be his last Guardians movie.
Okay.
That he was going to do. The Guardians were still going to continue, but that was going to be the last movie he did.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sure that he's probably like, okay, maybe I want to try something a little new.
Yeah.
Which he could be bringing in like another low-key superhero that maybe nobody would expect. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
That fits into our comic book segment we're going to be talking about.
Yeah. Our comic book segment, our comic corner segment as we call it. Comic corner, where we like to talk about comics.
I wanted to add to that. Let's do it again later in a little bit. Don't make me laugh next time.
God. Okay.
Oh, did you see the pop pictures I sent you?
No, I didn't.
Razor Ramon?
Oh yeah, I did.
They got a chase one and the Rock and the stupid bedazzled shirt.
Yeah, that one does look cool. But okay, for our comic corner segment, we're gonna be talking about most underrated comic characters.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of them out there. A lot of them have flown under the radar for many years. Initially, I will say, Captain Marvel was a big underrated comic character that was just like literally like third tier, like nobody ever really thought of.
Ooh.
And now Captain Marvel is like one of the highest or biggest comic characters now. And I remember back then I was reading comics when Captain Marvel was a guy.
Yeah.
You know, and the Captain Marvel that we know now was Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel, yeah.
So
pretty hot.
Yeah. She looks really cool. I like her. And apparently the costume in the movie is going to be just like the comics.
Really?
Yeah. So cool. I'm excited for that.
I have 2 of her statues. No, I have 1 of her statues. I need the other one.
That's going to be really cool. I hope they give her the helmet thing.
Oh, no.
I know. Well, as a like a back and forth, you know, like where she can take it off.
They won't. They won't. Only because she's a celebrity and they got to show their face.
I will say
that. They did Inhumans.
You know what? You're probably right. Just because look what they did with Thor.
Yeah, they gotta show his face.
Yeah, you're probably right.
He's a handsome, sexy man. We gotta show his face.
You think he's sexy?
No. My wife does. That's what she says. I'm repeating what she says.
He's a good looking dude. Anyway,
she says he's a sexy man.
He's a good looking dude. He's funny too.
She don't like the Thor mask, whatever.
Yeah. So, you know, Captain Marvel was a big underrated character. Look where she is at now.
Yeah.
What's one of yours, I guess, that you can think of?
I had a couple. Nova was one, but look where Nova's at now. So I'm just bringing it up.
Nova's always been a favorite of mine, even back then. Not like my absolute favorite, but I've always noticed Nova. You know what I mean?
I have a handful. Okay, one being Vengeance.
Vengeance
is such a cool character. He's so badass looking. He's just like Ghost Rider.
I would like to see him in a movie.
Yes, why not?
That'd be kind of cool.
Or him going head to head with Ghost Rider. The other character, Moon Knight.
I was gonna say Moon Knight. You stole mine.
Come on, man.
Moon Knight, yes.
And
Moon Knight, I feel like you could get really, really dark with.
Yes.
Almost like I Actually, I would love to see a Moon Knight Netflix series.
Yes.
I think that would be the perfect opportunity to bring in Moon Knight.
And here's your perfect opportunity, Netflix, right here. Okay, you bring in Moon Knight, you bring in Thrasher, and you bring in Prowler.
Thrasher, wow, from the New Warriors. I wouldn't have even thought about that. Wow, okay.
They're all like these, especially
Thrasher.
Like Prowler. Prowler was like almost like.
See, and now that you say New Warriors, I'm thinking Speedball. Speedball would be cool, but he's kind of like a goofy.
Yeah,
kind of character.
With blonde hair.
Yeah.
Like in every picture in the comic card, he was like, he was flying across the room,
yeah, usually.
But like those are like some dark characters like that they fight at night and stuff like that. There was another one. What was his name? His Night something not Nightcrawler. What was it?
Prowler,
not Prowler. He was
Nightwatch.
Nightwatch.
See, he was the Marvel Spawn.
Yeah. Okay, Nightwatch, Prowler, Moon Knight. Make a move, make the show.
They would have to change something around with Nightwatch because again, he looked a lot like Spawn.
But he did have a cowl. No, he didn't have a cowl.
No, he did.
He just had the cape.
He had like a Dracula.
That's what it
Dracula
was.
cowl.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, but mix it up, man, and make the show. You know what I'm talking about? There you go. 3 names. Bam.
Right there. Chewy says, I want a Thunderbolts Netflix series.
Thunderbolts.
I don't know about a Netflix series. There's too many members involved in the Thunderbolts. I would love to see something with them. I would love to see, like,
who are the
a movie. Thunderbolts were that team of superheroes that kind of just came in. They're like, yeah, we're the Thunderbolts. We're going to be taking over here. We're going to be doing all this good stuff.
Like the Thor people?
No. And then to find out, it's a bunch of villains underneath the costumes.
Oh.
And they were devising their own plan to creep into whatever, storyline that they were. But that was an excellent concept. I love that so much. I would love to see the Thunderbolts.
Or why not do a series like, okay, you like Spider-Man, right? You have the main story, Spider-Man. Think about all the little side stories that came out of Spider-Man, okay? You remember when the Clone series came out and Peter Parker disguised himself as 4 new characters?
Oh, yeah.
Do that, and then eventually he ended up finding 4 people who took over the mantle for each character, right?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Do that, like give them that, a side story and like what happened to them, what happened, where they go and stuff like that, something like that. Those underrated Scarlet Spider-Man.
Yeah,
for real. Spider-Man is very underrated. I mean, they're starting to come up now a little bit more,
little by little.
I mean, where was he a couple years ago? But man, he's starting to. Have you seen those new comics that are coming out that just show the face?
No, I haven't.
Certain ones, oh my god, man! I mean, think about like just every comic book character you can think of, right? And it's just their faces. Certain ones, good luck finding them. Good luck.
Wow.
Right here, look. I'll show you right now. Here's one of them. That right there. That's where they got the face from.
Oh, okay.
So there's certain
like that.
There's certain comics that are coming out, and Hero's Gwen's face. This is Gwen's face that they used on one of the comics. Good luck finding it. Sold out. Doctor Strange sold out. Captain America sold out. Spider-Man sold the F out. But the big names just sold out. So hard to find. Man, it's so cool, but it's and I think they're doing this because they're doing the whole Cap coming back. How do you do that? How is that transaction going to happen?
Like the legacy thing that they're doing or whatever. They're bringing back all the regular heroes.
I think so, but how does Cap? He sticks the finger at the American flag, and then he's like,
no. There's a story behind that.
There is one.
Yeah, it makes sense, but it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. It's weird.
I was a spy within a spy.
Over here on YouTube, Wannabe Comedy says, "What's up? What's happening?" It says, "Cinema Deviant is an underrated hero." Thank you so much.
He is. He needs to run around spandex.
Moon Knight. You don't want to see me in spandex. Moon Knight is Marvel's Batman in a way. Yes, I totally agree.
He would beat Batman up.
We obviously need a Spider-Ham movie. You know what? You say that, and I can see a Spider-Ham movie happening, but in like CG animated Spider-Ham movie. I think that'd be kind of dope. Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Or like at the end of Guardians when
like the Howard the Duck thing.
Yeah,
I think that'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
What does that say? Chewie says
the new 3D
comics are amazing. Yes. Is he talking about the DC ones where they're the 3D covers?
Yeah, I think so.
No, he's talking about they have these new like for instance, this one right here again. Excuse me. I was in a burp, but I coughed at the same time. Like this cover right here. This is an old Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 300 tribute. So basically, it's a different artist. They use the same background, circle, and everything, the same pose as Spider-Man, black suit Spider-Man, but they put Spider-Gwen in there, right? So this is a tribute to McFarlane's art, okay? Because McFarlane made it. But what they're, I'm not sure if this is true or not, and I have 2 of them coming. But if you churn it like this and it does a 3D, it shows the original art. And if you churn it,
oh yeah, like there was a New Mutants one.
I think I got that one coming.
The one with the
Deadpool and Cable.
Yeah, the Cable one that goes like
I got
this.
that coming.
Oh, and I think it was a Cable one with just Cable on the cover too. It was a Rob Liefeld did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's still Cable, but it's like a newer
drawn
artist.
version. Yeah.
It's so cool, and they got so many different. I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh. That's cool. Yeah, those look awesome. I love them.
I got the remember the McFarlane Venom over Spider-Man?
Oh yeah.
27, 30? I think 27. I think it's 27.
Yeah.
But when you move it, it's Spider-Gwen. It's the Venom symbiote over Spider-Gwen.
Oh, that's cool.
I had 2 of them coming in because I got one for my little girl. She's a Spider-Gwen fan.
Your Molly Bauer says Captain Marvel movie is possibly coming out in 2019. That'd be awesome. That's really soon, but that'd be awesome. Wannabe Comedy says there is a very underrated hero called Superman. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of him, but he's pretty cool.
Who said that?
Wannabe Comedy.
Okay.
No, I haven't heard of Superman. Don't know who he is.
I don't know.
Not at all. Anyway, so next up on the docket.
That'd be so cool to see his movie.
Is
what's up,
something since this is October and we're heading towards the end of October into Halloween, usually that kind of signifies The Walking Dead coming back.
No way.
Yes, it's always October. It's always like towards the end of October. We got some news a couple weeks ago at New York City Comic Con that Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead were finally going to officially cross over.
Oh, I didn't hear about this.
No, you didn't?
No, this is new to me.
Oh my God, John, where have you been?
Home.
At home. Yeah, officially they put out this image and they said it's real, it's happening. So somewhere, maybe not this season of The Walking Dead, but I would say maybe it's gonna start.
What is that on the corner?
It's like the Alexandria or something like that.
Okay.
But sometime maybe in the next season of Fear the Walking Dead, they're gonna probably start the build up for something.
It's the Skinwalkers.
Now wait.
It is.
Now they did say
because that guy,
Robert Kirkman did come out and say that nothing, like he's not giving any sort of details away. What could happen is that one character. He said one character is going to go from one show to another. He's not saying who. He's not saying how.
It's the Skinwalkers.
But it's possible that it one character is going to flip over to another show.
Skinwalkers.
Now, it could be that we're going to be getting, he put it this way, that we could be getting an interesting backstory to a character that was on The Walking Dead. Maybe the front runner for that is Abraham. Like maybe we could be seeing Abraham on Fear the Walking Dead and seeing how he came to be and how he ended up where he ended up.
Yeah.
And then he said, or it could be somebody from Fear the Walking Dead going into The Walking Dead.
It's the
which
fear.
I would like that to happen.
Yeah.
Me personally.
It's the fear going into The Walking.
Now, I will say that there's also another theory out there that it could be, how they first did. They just did that whole Negan backstory.
Yeah.
They were saying, what if Negan is the one to go? Maybe he could be on both shows. No. And they show his backstory on Fear the Walking Dead. No. And how he came to be Negan himself.
No,
I kind of like that idea, but I feel like Fear the Walking Dead to me, it has a different feel to it.
It does, big time.
And I don't know if that would work properly. I like the idea, but I don't know.
It's totally the Johnny Depp looking dude.
I don't know, man.
Yes, dude. The Skinwalkers. He becomes the leader of the Skinwalkers.
Well, look, okay,
and he sides with the fake Mila Jovovich chick that ran off.
This is where it gets a little weird. You're probably not caught up on Fear, right?
No.
Okay. There's a character in Fear the Walking Dead now that he's a very tall. I would say I'm gonna gauge him to be about like 6'4" character.
Yeah.
Native American. Very commanding type of presence and stuff like that. In the comics in The Walking Dead, the Whisperers. Okay. You know, which are the ones that wear the zombie skin.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Whisperers.
There's a leader, which is the alpha. She's a woman, which I've always said it could be the lady from Fear the Walking Dead. It kind of makes sense. There's also a guy named Beta, which is like her right-hand man. That guy is a very tall, commanding type of guy. That Native American dude that's on Fear the Walking Dead kind of almost fits that as well. So it's hard to really like see, okay, or really figure out which one could be pulled over, because he said one, didn't say two. I guess it could possibly be two in the end.
It's gonna be one,
but I can't wait, dude. I think it's gonna be really cool. I think, like I said, it's gonna be in the next season of The Walking Dead. Probably, maybe at the tail end they'll tease it of this season of The Walking Dead. And then Fear the Walking Dead, they'll probably introduce it, and then fully introduce it in like season 9 of The Walking Dead.
It's gonna be. I'm telling you.
I think so too. I think it's gonna be something like that.
It's gonna be.
I think that's probably. Dead. I think. I don't know about him.
It's gonna be him.
I think it's a better bet that somebody from Fear is gonna go over to The Walking Dead, though.
Who do you want to die the most in the Fear the Walking Dead?
Who do I want to die the most?
Yes.
Man, that's kind of hard to say, because right now, a lot of the lead characters, I haven't seen the finale yet.
Okay.
I'm one episode behind.
I almost watched it. I changed it. I was like, I'm ruining something.
A lot of the lead characters right now are very strong, so it's very hard to like really pick.
So they got out of that whole annoying bull crap.
Yeah.
Oh God, man, thank you.
They're all very strong.
That's what pushed me away.
They're in their own story right now, I guess you could say. They do have their moments where they're like kind of whining in certain spots, but for the most part, they're all strong. They're all strong characters.
I say it's him. I want to say it's gonna be him, man. It's gonna be him. Or he goes over and I wouldn't doubt it if somebody comes over from Fear to Walking and dies, and then all of a sudden
something connects.
Whammo!
Like completely or something like that. Because it says
collide. How can one person collide? No, collide, man. They use that word collide. Show the picture again, David. Collide. Look, it's ripped. Collide, man.
But yeah, so that was a very shocking thing that happened. It was like, wow, okay. They had always said that there's
Wings over Houston.
Yeah, there's we both paused like
an air show.
there's an air show happening within the area. I don't know if you guys heard that or not.
Ellington Field is down the road.
But yeah, so they've always said that this would never happen. Like deer in headlights. They said that this would never happen, but
they lied. They freaking lied to us. And they lied to us, me and you.
The thing is that they don't care. They don't care if they lie. They'll say, yeah, no, it's never gonna happen. And then
they have to lie because their fans are smart. We are smart.
So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen from there. I think that has me more amped up to see both shows.
Mm-hmm.
I said from the beginning, though, that Fear the Walking Dead started off good. It started off good, and then it went kind of weak. But I kept urging people, just like I urged people to watch The Walking Dead that have dropped off. Like, okay, yes, there's one weak moment in a certain season. Stick with it. It's going to pay off. You know what I mean? And that's why I feel like it's going. Fear the Walking Dead is my favorite right now, just because it's totally, like, unexpected. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yep.
So that's why I like Fear the Walking Dead. So yeah, hopefully they get something better going for that crossover.
We got Superhuman Fanboy just joined, and Alex E. Say David.
Story.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's up? All right. So next up, we're gonna be talking a little bit about Cult of Chucky.
Oh yeah, bring this on.
Let's bring this on.
Bring this on. I should have saved my cuss word for this, man. Jesus Christ.
Now you gotta censor yourself, John.
Jesus, I am.
Right.
I'm doing a pretty good job.
So Cult of Chucky. It came out just maybe about like maybe a week ago, week and a half ago.
Oh my God.
And everybody was on my Instagram feed. You know who you are. Everybody was posting it. Like, oh, I got it. I got this, and the whole set. I love Chucky movies. They are a guilty pleasure.
I do.
In the most recent movies, though, they haven't been the greatest.
Nope.
And they got to the point where they were just kind of like making fun of themselves, and that's cool in certain instances. In this instance, I feel like it was just like, it needed to get back to its roots. I feel like it did to a certain extent. It referenced a lot of stuff from the first Chucky movies. Yep. It did. Mm-hmm. So that I liked about it. The one thing that I didn't like about it was that they used a lot of CG to show Chucky walking around.
They did.
And stuff like that.
What made it creepy back then was that them actually using a doll.
Or like a puppet or something like that.
Yeah. And, hey, Vincent. Man, I missed his name, but he said that there's this recent movie.
It was weird AF.
As
Weird AF, yeah.
Yes, and okay, the one before that, what was it called?
Curse of Chucky.
What did you think about that one?
I thought it was weird. To me, again, it didn't hit with me the way I wanted it to.
Why can't they just get the original Chucky face down? Why is it so hard?
They're going back to I guess when it started getting all damaged and cut up. And like the stitching and all that stuff, it's the same Chucky face from there on out.
Yeah, but like the new good guy face.
It looks weird, right?
It looks like my niece Desiree. It's he's laughing because he knows it's true. Oh my God! But it's so weird, man.
No, it's very odd. It's a very weird looking face. And I will agree.
Oh my God!
I like the fact that it was more horror. There was more horror in it. I felt like we'll get to that in a minute.
Yes, let's get to that.
I feel like there was more horror in Cult of Chucky than all the other ones. I feel like all the other ones were kind of like more humor and trying to be funny.
Okay.
And stuff like that.
Okay, and I don't know if you guys follow comic books, but Chucky did hit the comics. And I noticed when there was a change in the movie and the comics, because the comics had like this humor. I don't know. It was like they were trying to carry like Freddy's humor, and that's why they were trying to bite off Freddy's humor, because Freddy can kill you and then make fun of you at the same time.
That's why I love Freddy.
And then Chucky, they started doing the same thing. They started giving him, oh, that's what I like.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Let them just kill, hack people, whatever.
I remember. I still remember. It was a couple of years ago. I was debating. I think maybe we talked about this on a previous episode. I was debating showing my daughter for a Child's Play.
Yeah.
Right. I was like, well, she's getting a little older. Maybe I should. And then I was like, well, let me watch it myself again. I hadn't seen it in so many years.
Yeah.
And to check it out. And then I got to this one part. I kind of fast forwarded through a couple parts. I got to the one part where I was like, well, let me just see if it's good enough. And you see him jump on the lady's back. You fucking bitch. No, lay down. She ain't gonna watch it. Right. But honestly, though, I feel like that's what needs to come back. That kind of not being funny, not being like punny, where he makes puns about everything.
Yeah.
There was one moment in this Cult of Chucky where he's like, the guy was like, oh, I hear him in my head all the time. Yeah. And then they stuck the drill through his head. He's like, you still hear me now, or something like that. Yeah. Something to that degree. I was like,
they didn't do like a Sprint commercial right there. You hear me now?
No, yeah, I know.
No, you can't, because I switched over to Sprint.
But I liked it to a certain extent. I will say that. I liked it more than Curse of Chucky.
Have you noticed?
It's still very odd, though, to me.
The chick in the wheelchair looks like Charles Lee, right?
I was just about to say, that is his daughter.
I didn't know that. Are you kidding me?
That is his daughter. Yes. Fiona Dourif. Brad Dourif is the guy that does...
Holy crap, look how old he looks.
Brad
he looks
Dourif,
like George Romero.
He does. Brad Dourif is the guy that does the voice for Chucky. Fiona Dourif is his daughter. And she was Nika in that movie.
Holy crap.
It's so weird that you just brought that up. Nice segue, John.
Because they kept doing this look. They kept making her give this look. And
Even at the end, again, spoiler alert, I'm sorry if you haven't seen it, where at the end, he embodies her and becomes Chucky.
David is not ruining anything, okay?
Don't
worry about it.
But you see
Jesus
and you
Christ.
hear the same type of tone in her voice and the same kind of mannerisms.
They don't explain, and here's more spoilers. Can we do some spoilers, please?
Fine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
In the beginning, the original character, Andy, the guy who plays Andy, I don't know his name, but the
Andy
guy...
Barclay or something like that.
Barclay.
No, yeah, I think
Andy
that's
Barclay.
his name in
the movie. So they actually bring the guy who played Andy Barclay back into the movie, okay? And so he's on a date, it doesn't work out, and they show him go back to his home, and then he opens up a safe, and Chucky's head is in there. And it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? You came across this guy, you killed him, and you have his head because... Or you didn't kill him, but you chopped his head off, and you have him right there because now he can't come back, you know? He's there, you know? And then he said something stupid, and he hurt him. So, but you can see, like, half of his skull's gone, and there's nails and everything, and then he burns him.
Like, basically, he's torturing the head.
Yeah.
You know?
So, and he has, like, this whole arsenal, so he's ready. It's almost like Jeepers Creepers. The dude's waiting for him. If he ever comes back, he'll kill him. But they don't explain, like, where Andy and Chucky ever met. They don't explain, like, because apparently Chucky can move his body into other dolls, and then there's multiples, you know.
Well, I think in Curse of Chucky, they said something about that, like him being able to body jump, or like, you know, yeah.
He says something different too when he does the Akui Dimbala thing.
That was a little weird. They did do something different in this movie where there's like multiple Chuckies. There's like 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's kind of odd. Wannabe Comedy over here says, I thought the ending to Cult of Chucky was garbage.
It was.
Yeah, because you know what? They kind of left you hanging. I feel like
Charmin should have like sponsored the end of it. So you wipe her. okay, David. Okay.
I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you to correct.
I'm out.
But yeah, no. Yeah, I thought the ending was just very weird. It needed more.
Yeah.
More explanation, more, you know, to it.
Yeah.
You know, they just kind of left it as it is. And I know that they're probably doing it to like, okay, we're going to do another one. Mm-hmm. Leaving the door open, we're going to do another one. But no, you need some resolution, you know, to a movie. Even if it's just like, even if it's a vague resolution, almost like the way they did in Chucky Part 2 or like Child's Play 2, where, he got blown up and all that stuff.
And he was melted and blown up. Yeah.
And then in the next one,
he dropped his melted body into it, melted him
up,
and made a new one.
But they made Child's Play 2 feel like it ended. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it needed a definitive ending, in a sense. This one, they just left the door, like, they kicked the door wide open. They're like, we're going to let the cold come in, you know, and that's it. So it needed a better ending. It wasn't a completely terrible movie, I will say that. But it lacked something there.
You know what? The only part I liked about it, where he goes, "Are you the crazy lady I spoke to on the phone?" And he's like, "Oh, okay." And then she kept saying stupid things. He goes, "You know what? You're next." Okay,
like, I'm coming back for you.
I'm coming back for you. You know, that was fun. That was
cool. But I love the character of Chucky. I love the idea of that character, but they just I feel like they need to take it back, just like the way they've a lot of these remakes that they've done, they've taken it back to its roots and made it scary again. They need to do that with Chucky.
Yeah, they really do.
Maybe leave the humor to a minimum.
Come on, if you can make Annabelle scary, come on now.
Yeah, I've heard the second one's better than the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, shouldn't it be out on Blu-ray soon?
It's coming out pretty soon.
I'm sure because it's October.
Yeah.
They gotta push the scary.
I think it's coming out the 27th next week, actually. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So that's our thoughts on Cult of Chucky. I thought it was a decent movie, not great by any means.
Have they said when the next one's coming out?
Nah.
Like soon?
They probably
They shouldn't wait.
They'll probably
Just
announce it like 6 months down the road.
Get rid of it now. Just please put it out there.
They just, I feel like they're just.
I can't believe how old he looks.
I know. The execution to the endings just need to like just be just like more like they need to hit more.
Hell yeah.
You know, and yeah, they just didn't do it on this one. Oh, wannabe comedy Aaron switched from YouTube to Instagram. Says hello there. What's up?
Hey man, it's cool. You switching the platforms and stuff.
So thank you for that. That's all we got really for today. Unless you got something else, man.
Yeah. What we like to do every now and then, well, not every now and then, actually, recently and everything, bringing up new things that you can go out and grab. This right here is from the, oh my God, what is it? This is from the, not Revoltech. Yeah, Revoltech. It is from Revoltech, yeah. The Amazing Yamaguchi series. You gotta get this Wolverine, man. This thing is so cool. It resembles
super cool.
The Wolverine from Marvel vs. Capcom. You gotta get this thing.
I love that art.
So
I love that
cool.
art on that game. So that's really cool.
Yes, I mean think about it. Look at the poses, man. If you guys are action figure collectors or any type of collector whatsoever that's down with Marvel or DC or whatever, this right here is the new figure to get, man. They so far
what, two different heads,
a
bunch of different hands,
and then the claws he can be regular or with claws, you know. And it comes with the stand to where
Wolverine, bub.
Yeah.
Swiss cheese.
And then, so they got Spider-Man out. Spider-Man was the first one to come out. Deadpool was next. Then it was Venom. Then Spider-Gwen. And then now it's Wolverine. Magneto's the next one. And he looks like the Magneto from Marvel vs. Capcom. It looks so awesome, man. You got to get these things. It looks so awesome. Even like the... Remember when he would do the what's it called, the Ego Destructor or whatever?
Oh yeah, where he like puts his hands up.
There's these little round things you can put on his hands. There's magnet in them, so like when he does, you know, you put your figure out like that, you can stick things, you know, metal and stuff.
All right, so cool. Yeah, we're gonna be opening this right now on the Botsquad podcast.
I'm gonna kill David. I don't open my things. I'm gonna kill David. All right. No, one things I do open are the statues. Okay, and this is Spider-Gwen. But this is Spider-Man 2099, and it comes from the Kotobukiya Artifacts series. Okay, now the Artifact series is doing a Spider-Verse series. So you have Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, Carnage, Venom, Agent Venom, and I'm missing one. Who else?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, you said Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, Agent Venom, Carnage,
and Venom hasn't come out yet. And then just recently they released the 2099, and they got to do a Scarlet Spider-Man. They got to. They got to. I'm not sure which one. New York Comic Con did release a new one. It was a New York Comic Con exclusive.
Oh, was it?
Spider-Man. You remember Spider-Man on Amazing Spider-Man? How he had the Benny.
Oh yeah.
They did. It was like a different pose.
Spider-Man. Like, he's all sick. It's like, who are you?
Spider-Man. And he's sneezing inside or whatever. But yeah, it's that type of Spider-Man. He has like little leg warmers on, and he has a little beanie on with a little poof on top and little ear muffs.
Wannabe Comedy says, when is the Botsquad podcast figure set coming out?
Hey, that would be so cool. You know,
hey, I'll even take Legos. I'll even take little minifigs.
Man, that would be so cool if that happened. We've been gone for like 3 weeks already, and so we've got a lot of things coming in, but I'm gonna save some stuff for next time.
Yeah.
I wanted to finally open one thing, but I'll wait until the next one.
And we'll open here first on the Botsquad podcast.
And one more thing we do have is, again, we showed this a little while ago, and this recently just dropped, man.
It's cool.
I haven't opened it yet.
I love the look of it.
I haven't opened it yet. David did mention to me one thing, I didn't snap to it, is that they did just stay with like the old look, the old feel, the old paper.
The paper looks aged, like the old comics look.
And really cool. Again, a tribute to McFarlane, you know, with that cover. And people are crushing on Spider-Gwen, you know, and now they're doing the Venom Gwen. They're thinking about doing like a whole series now. They did the Venomverse.
Yeah,
they want to do.
No, yeah.
Okay.
I'm agreeing with you. Sometimes whenever I say things, it sounds like I'm being an a-hole.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I think that'd be awesome. I love that. Over here, Glass of Whiskey said Halloween 2018. We forgot to talk about that. Oh. So what do you think about the Halloween reboot that they're doing?
I haven't seen it. There's one? Is this the Jamie Lee Curtis one?
It's starring Jamie Lee Curtis. She's coming back.
Okay, so then I'm on the right track then.
What they're doing is they're basically not... They're overlooking everything after Halloween 2.
Come on, man! Is this the same crap they did with
Halloween 1,
Terminator?
Maybe. Or Halloween 1.
Salvation didn't happen.
Kind of.
Don't worry about that future.
They're continuing from that story. And
she died in H2O, right?
I think
or Salvation.
She did. It wasn't Halloween Salvation.
Yeah, right. With like Busta Rhymes or somebody. And he was in the movie.
I know, but it wasn't Salvation.
What is it?
I can't remember. Resurrection.
That was Resurrection. That was one with Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
That was Curse of
Michael Myers.
Awesome one.
That
was
a
good one.
Over here. Okay, so
but 18. Okay, the Queen of Scream.
Yeah.
Back on
I think it's gonna be awesome.
Platform, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be awesome.
I think it's gonna be good. Awesome. John Carpenter is back on board as well. So, and apparently he's handling the score of the music of the movie as well.
Yes.
So I think it's gonna be perfect opportunity to kind of bring it back.
Yes.
And maybe start a new couple of films. You know. So that's really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed the Rob Zombie movies, the Rob Zombie versions.
They were good.
They were very artsy. They were very like, you gotta like read between the lines kind of thing. You know what I mean? And I understood and I got what he was trying to do.
And then he ruined it with his wife at the end. She had to be there with a horse.
I got what he was trying to do. It just didn't come across right. You know what I mean? I still enjoy him though. I'll still watch him. But I think taking it back to its roots, like we were talking about, even like with Cult of Chucky, you know, taking a film franchise back to where it came from, I think is the perfect way to go.
Chucky was doing the same thing as Michael Myers, because Michael Myers eventually, I mean, what happened? A group of people got together and started saying, you know what, we're tired of innocent people dying. Let's let this guy just kill the people who he needs to kill. And they were helping him.
Yeah.
You know, they were helping him. The curse of Michael Myers what was it called? The Thorn.
Yeah,
it was. The
Thorn. I thought when they got into all that stuff, it got a little complicated, and I was like,
every time when you look up in the stars and then you see the stars align, the Thorn, Michael Myers appeared.
Yeah, it kind of threw me off a little bit whenever they. It was cool for that one movie, but whenever they kind of kept referencing things like that, I was like, you're complicating things now. It shouldn't be that complicated.
They were trying to make a backstory.
Yes.
Don't.
It shouldn't be that complicated.
Don't muddy it up. Just let the man kill people, please.
Just like we have, it's almost like I don't want to say a similar backstory for Jason, but something happened to him. He died. Okay, he came back, or he wasn't really dead. Starts killing everybody. Keep it like that. Keep it simple. You know, he doesn't need too much of a motive than that.
Yes.
You know.
Oh my God! You said Jason. You remind me of something. I just recently purchased Friday the 13th on Xbox.
How do you like it?
Oh my God! You got to get
so
that
good,
game.
right?
You got to get that game.
No, I was told, and I didn't know this. No, actually, I'm sorry. This is a different game. I'm talking about Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Night.
No, it was a Dead by Daylight, or something like that.
Okay.
It's basically like a Jason game. It's basically that game, but there's a serial killer and chasing after you.
It's like Friday Night at Freddy, just
same premise. It's the same premise as the Friday the 13th game. But in that game, and we'll get back to the Friday the 13th right now, but in that game, they have different skins for the killer.
Really?
And they have a Michael Myers skin and a Leatherface skin.
Really?
And they're teasing a Freddy Krueger skin next one. So I'm looking for that one too. Yeah. So okay. So again, how do you feel about the Friday the 13th one? It's really fun, right?
It's awesome.
It looks fun.
Everybody's screaming in my house. Oh my God! Okay, now it's cool because like when it's loading and it's about to show the page, you know, like when you're about to start the game, it tells you, you know, like little hints here and there. It says that every Jason, because you don't know which Jason you're gonna be. Okay, every Jason has its.
It just spawns differently.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well, you spawn in your room or your home. In your home with your mom, her head cut off, and but you don't really see you until it pans around and then it shows you. You could be the NES, Jason.
Oh wow!
You could be Sackhead. You can be.
That's cool.
But each
Jason has their own perks and stuff like that, right?
Yes, the pros and cons. There's some that run. There's some that does the fast walk. And then then there's the different thing. There's like a stock move. I haven't tried that one yet. Then there's a morph. I can't stand that morph, dude.
Where you can like transport to a certain area. Yeah.
Because you can be hightailing it down a trail this way, and all of a sudden, boom, he's in front of you. I hate that crap because it's hard to get away from him. Once he grabs a hold of you, it's hard.
Just like the movie, though.
Exactly.
You know.
But he doesn't morph like out of the woods. He'll boop, just right in front of you.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. You know. It's,
yeah.
And a good friend of ours, David Escamilla, did mention this one time because he purchased it way before us. He said that they really need to get a lot of the bugs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I heard about too. That it was kind of buggy.
I keep getting kicked off.
Really?
Yeah, big time. And
so it's online only?
Online only
at this point.
Yes, and
I did hear that there was supposed to be a campaign coming. Probably, I think it was supposed to be out already.
Where?
So we'll see where that goes.
The Unreal Engine, you would expect like, oh, it's so cool, and the characters could use a little bit more. God, please,
detail and
please,
work.
Man, they look like Resident Evil 2 type, you know, like just skin and then eyes.
Like just a solid face.
Yeah,
it doesn't move around.
I'm not lying. I swear to God, I'm not lying. Jason, there's a couple Jasons that have real cool detail, look cool. And like the new one from the new Final Cut one, the Friday the 13th, the recent one. Okay. He looks cool, but like when you see his hands on stuff, you don't see no detail, no nothing. It's just skin color.
Oh, that's weird.
But it's cool. You get like 9 people in a group. One of them's Jason, and then you just basically try to live 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Oh, really? Just 5 minutes?
Try to live 5 minutes. Either the cops come and you run to the cops and they help you, or if you escape in a vehicle, you have to get like the keys, gas, and a battery.
Oh damn! So they make you get everything just to get the car going.
Yes.
Wow.
And then what makes me mad is like, because if you're Jason, what do? You go and put bear traps all around the car. So when you go and put gas in the car, boom, and then when you get hit, right? You get hit, and then you're screaming, "Oh my God, my leg!" Well, when you're the character Jason, when you hear stuff like that, it lets you know, like a spider sense. So you churn and you know where to go. So
that's interesting. I like that.
I like that. When they get close, depending on the Jason you have, because they can be like Jason, what's it called? Jason something Manhattan.
Oh, It Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, because there's like 80 punk music.
They have Jason X in there.
Jason X. I seen his picture. I haven't seen him yet.
Okay.
I've seen his picture on the side. Jason NES. When he gets by, you go do 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 do. Like NES music plays. You know.
Have you seen the I don't know what they call him. I guess the Nightmare Jason.
Which one's that?
He's just like
the glowing eyes.
No, he's all black and he's just like flamed, like he's on fire kind of thing.
I've seen one like
that specific Jason was I guess created by Tom Savini.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen one. It only shows it in a picture. It shows like he's real dark and his eyes are lit up like on fire.
Yeah, that's him.
But I haven't seen him in the game yet.
I think that was like a perk, like if you join the Kickstarter or something like that. So only certain people have that Jason or something like that. Okay,
maybe that's what it is, because when you first start off, it shows like a camper and then a Jason. Maybe it's a camper you choose and then a Jason you choose.
That's pretty cool though.
I like that. Cool. So whatever.
I've been meaning to get that game. It's like what, $30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
$39.
Oh, it's not bad.
It's fun as hell. I'm telling you, it's fun as hell. Just that the bugs.
And you do have to have an online service to play online, you know. So
and you haul ass. You go through every the camp is huge. The stage is huge, man. And you just run around, and you find things to pick up and defend yourself. And I was Jason once. And it is hard to.
So it's just randomly. You can spawn as Jason randomly.
Yeah, in the beginning when it starts off, and it's really hard. And it does an intro. And you hear the mother, Jason, please get them, kill them, find them, kill them.
Okay,
and,
Mom.
I was the Jason. Kane Hodder's first Jason.
Oh, okay.
The one where he smashed the dude's face, and I was that one where he had like 3.
I think it's part 6, or 7.
I was that one. He doesn't run. He does a fast walk. It was so hard. It was so. Even when I grabbed them, they would shake and like stab me in the neck with a screwdriver, And then, yeah, my girl.
That's what I was gonna say.
and like, it disoriented. They throw firecrackers, and it like
throws you off.
It throws him off. He like stands back, and he gets a little like weary, I guess. And then
he does like WrestleMania 2000.
What does it say right here? That one Zack Attack.
Favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie minus part 3 and 6.
3 and 6. 3 is which? Is that the one with the crybaby dude?
Oh! Yeah, probably.
That was hilarious, man.
I like all of them. I like all of them to a certain extent.
5 was where they killed him. Freddy's dead.
Yeah.
6 was what? New Nightmare?
No.
Oh crap. Where is it?
Okay. So
3 was
part 6 was New Nightmare. I mean Freddy's Dead. New Nightmare is part 7.
7, yeah.
So
3, pull that one out. 3.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was pretty cool. Dream Warriors.
Oh, that's where they in the cover. Remember that they showed the hand and then they showed all the
Dream Warriors. Yeah, that one's kind of cool.
Yeah, that one.
I think that one. That has to be one of my favorites as well. I still really like the first one. Dream Master was really good also. Really like that one a lot. What do you think? New Nightmare was cool just because it was like a different take.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a movie within a movie,
and it was almost like real life.
Yeah.
I mean, they almost made it seem like it was freaking real.
And Freddy's Dead was just funny. I thought it was just funny.
Yeah. Chucky's doing what Freddy does. I'm telling you, if you watch the comics, the Chucky comics, it was all gag. It was all, he killed somebody and it was all funny. You can't mimic the good. You can't.
But yeah, so all right, we're pretty much done for this episode of the Botsquad podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining in and taking part. We really appreciate it so much. Everybody on YouTube that joined in, everybody here on Instagram as well that joined in. Thank you guys. Thank you. It made this episode really, really fun. Conversating with you guys.
Hell yeah.
So keep visiting cinemadeviant.com for all your movies, news, reviews, trailers. Facebook.com/cinemadeviant, Twitter @cinemadeviant, Instagram at cinemadeviant, I guess, and Tumblr, Cinema Deviant everywhere. That's it. Just Google Cinema Deviant, you'll find it.
Cinema Deviant everything, even the gigabytes.
Even the gigabytes. What are your social medias?
Instagram, BobEgg94, and I think my Snapchat, Spawn94AW.
Yes, I believe so.
I got rid of Twitter.
All right. So with all that being said, we will catch you next time.